Hello, and welcome to Trigger Warning. Featuring, apparently, Hayden Hewitt. I did not write that title. Graham, roll the Duke.
It's time for Trigger Warning.
Trigger warning! Fuck your feelings, you little snowflake! Triggerwarning.tv.
Hello, it's Thursday, we're back. How exciting. And so lovely to see so many of you amazing, special people here tonight. I am joined, as ever, by my bitch, Graham Booth.
What? Thursday. Thursday's the only night you get to say that.
No, Tuesdays as well. It wasn't me that said it.
I'll stand up for myself, but not tonight.
It wasn't me that said it. It wasn't me that said it. It was Sutty's rehab.
I know. And you know what? I thought we were tight. I thought we were cool, man. And he's just
saying it how he sees it, dude.
Yeah,
and we got our Cherry.
How do? You okay?
I'm very well. How are you?
Relaxed. Very good, thank you.
Very relaxed. Good. An advanced state of relaxation.
Aye.
That's what I like to hear.
Fat Belly's on it already with the comment of the night. Look at that.
Which one? I can't see. It's gone past.
Fucking hell. I thought it was BBC's John Sweeney.
New job. I gotta say, I'm in a suspiciously good mood tonight. Part of that is because we're nearly sold out of Meat Space tickets. Well done, Graham. Well done. That was sharp as fuck. There's down to 7 tickets showing us available on Gear Press. I know at least 1, possibly 2 of those are reserved. So if you can get to Manchester on November the 2nd, go and get your tickets now. Now, if you are watching this and you have bought tickets, you will have had an email about joining the special super secret Telegram group. Do get joined, because that's where you'll find out everything that's going on and where we are and where we're going to meet on the Friday night for those that are staying in Manchester on an extended break in a superior city. Which Richie Allen's going to be joining us on the Friday night as well, apparently, so that should be nice. And then, of course, on the Saturday where we've been working out the running order for it. And it's going to be fucking epic, this dude.
I know, yeah. Can't wait.
Oh, I'm very excited.
We've already reordered it all tonight, haven't we? We just got all excited and yeah.
I'm super excited.
You're going to blow their faces off. I can't wait.
It's going to be full on, because we're not doing a Thursday show the Thursday before, because we'll be setting everything up. So I should be full to the brim of badness for Saturday. Which reminds me, if you are going to... Some parts of it are going to be broadcast. We should be broadcasting from about 7 p.m, 7:30 p.m. Saturday evening. It's going to kick off with basically a big show. And then we've got a full... right through till early hours after that. So...
yeah, pretty much as long as people want to go for, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's no license here. We're not going to get kicked out or anything.
Nope, can do whatever we want.
We can have a friendly, calm debate
Sex.
into the night.
All sorts. Dirty sex. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be fucking marvellous. All right, come on. So that's Meat Space, November the 2nd here in Manchester. Tickets are nearly sold out, which I'm not going to lie, absolutely amazed the hell out of me, because I thought we were going to sell like 3. I didn't think people would be up for it, but I'm so looking forward to this. Off camera, I'm running, as usual, the back end of YouTube for us is Young Alex. Valuable member of the Trigger Warning team. Doesn't get the props he deserves, I find.
Well, at least he's not introduced. I mean, honestly, bitch is an upgrade from Nazi paedophile.
No, you're still a Nazi paedophile.
so
He doesn't get you a pass.
At least he gets a little bit of respect out here. That's nice.
But he's going to be here. Hopefully he's going to get here early on the Saturday, because he's going to help run the decks and things like that. And Tez is part of the team. He's also going to be helping produce the prizes for the game show Into the Mincer, which I'm very much looking forward to. And of course his website is funnymugs.co.uk. Let's have a look who's in. Got to say hello to Robert Morgan. Hello, sir. Always shares the links, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's
top geezer.
Really on it with it.
Proper
really on
bloke. Proper bloke, Robert Morgan.
He doesn't just share the links. He puts his own little comment, and you can always watch it and all that.
Puts
It's
the
very
effort in.
Yeah, he does.
The rest of you could learn something from Robert. Be like Robert. Obviously less American, but be like Robert. We got Young Happy Dog. We got Smoke Steve. How you doing, fella? Equix, Alan Reader. Hello, Daniel G. Who was in there earlier? New people that we saw, but I can't remember the names. I'm sure they'll come back around soon, and I'll say hello.
Yeah, we had George, Boggy66. Have we shouted out Happy Dog?
Yes.
Yeah, we did, didn't
Nat
we?
Lynch
Yeah,
is
yeah.
in. Hello, Nat.
Atomic Waster.
Atomic Waste. It's such a shame Nat can't join us.
I know.
Such a shame. Bobby Broadway says, I'm not new. Okay.
Lay Luke also said, good evening, Hayden, Cherry, and Bitch. Didn't even capitalise the B in Bitch.
Aphid Lick. There we go. Lots of shout-outs. Remember, Trigger Warning does basically survive on the kind donations from our viewers, and you can become a patron at www.patreon.com/triggerwarningtv. You can also drop a super chat in there, and on the website triggerwarning.tv there are links to PayPal and things like that. If you drop a super chat in on YouTube, providing it's legal, you are guaranteed to have your comment read out. If you leave one in there, if you don't, we can't help you. Nick Cujo, how's it going, fellas? Going great. Super fantastic. Laptop's still at 52%.
Is it?
I'm way more handsome than John Sweeney. Fuck you guys. I bet John Sweeney never says cunt. There we go. And we've said hello to everyone else, haven't we? Which is nice. Nat Lynch has got the angry face.
Whoa. Stop the show. What's going on?
No. Bobby Broadway says, if you like punk rock after the show, check this out. If it's your band, we'll check it out. If it's punk, it's dead. Punk over with years ago. It's fucked. It's gone. It's bollocks. Metal. That's where it's at. Fat Belly, we're not putting a picture of John Sweeney up. Graham, don't get any fucking ideas. If it's your band, Bobby, then it's fucking brilliant, and everyone should go and watch Bobby's band. Graham's looking for John Sweeney pictures now. I know it is shit now, but you know what? If this one works and everyone really enjoys themselves, there will be another, I promise. We've not really started planning anything. We're only just getting our heads around this one, but there will be more. And possibly, if we manage to keep growing, we'll do them in different areas as well. So that would be cool. That would be very cool. Cup of Tea says, punk's not dead, Philistine. It's as dead as the fucking Philistines. Fucking bollocks. Ian Cam says all three-piece bands are punk bands, kind of. I'm not sure I buy that. I've done all the shout-outs, haven't I? I've done all that. Yeah. Done the shit. Sanko says, how does Newsflare's dick taste? How does your mum's dick taste? Dude, you're bitching about someone that puts videos on Live Leak on Trigger Warning. That instantly makes you the worst kind of incel-shutting cunt for a start. Second thing is, I don't really give a fuck. I'm not on Live Leak now. So if you're going to come bitching to me here about Newsflare, I'm going to tell you to get a fucking life. You miserable, sad sack of shit. Keep watching. Join us next week. Share the links. Oh, Bobby does Scar as well. Cool. Like I say, throw a link up, dude. Throw a link up to your YouTube page.
I don't think he can. But Alex might be able to do it.
If Alex can do it, or whatever it takes, let's get a link up to Bobby's band, or send an email to live@triggerwarning.tv, and we'll make sure we'll drop it in next time somewhere.
I'll be down.
Hey, oh, fucking, that could take a while. What if it's all numbers and shit?
Oh, man.
What if it's all complicated? You can Skype in tonight, by the way, if you'd like to have a chat. Be nice if you did. It means I'm not wearing this fucking thing for nothing. Just hit us up on Skype. It's live@triggerwarning.tv. Give us a call. If we don't answer, we will call you back. I promise. So live@triggerwarning.tv on Skype. Be lovely to talk to you. Gorgeous George is in. Gorgeous George Begonia. There we are. Q400. No, I've not sacked off Live Leak. This is trigger warning. This isn't Live Leak. Dude, I wouldn't bother you at 10 o'clock at night asking you to make me a fucking burger. Dude, no, Live Leak is still a massive part of my life. It's just not my whole life. I've had a few people asking me that lately, Graham.
Ask him what, sorry, if it's just
You're not
gone.
part of Live League. What? We're just busy. I haven't got time to fuck about, sadly. So it's just busy. Go.
Plus, this is a legally separate thing.
Completely legally separate. Daniel G, yes, when we were on Live Leak, we used to get 15, 16, 1700 viewers. We've had to start over. Live Leak can't do streaming at the moment, so we're like starting over. And believe me, we spoke about this before, and it's not just hollow words. I think it's fucking incredible that over 50 people will come and sit with us. You know? I'd be fucking great if it was 10. Right, that's got to be enough of the hellos. That's gone on quite long. The laptop almost woke up then.
Good.
Almost.
Brave.
Oh, Sanko, stop fucking whining and just, I don't know, go and suck off your dad for some spending money so you can go out. Just do whatever it is you do. You've had your attention. Michael's looking for an argument with Dippy Derrick as usual. That's good. I love it. Those two guys, they just come on and just fucking bicker constantly for like an hour. It's fantastic. More of that sort of thing. Come on, laptop, wake up. I really need you to wake up. I really need you to wake up. It's just on a Windows thing where, you know, it did an update and it crashed and it went, oh, repairing drive C. Hang on. No, it's still not ready. Oh, no. Yes, hang on. I'll give that a minute settling. On tonight's show, I want to talk a little bit about Donald Trump and the Kurds, a little bit about Erdogan, and we got a little bit of Brexit. Because where would we be without a little bit of Brexit? And by the way, do take a minute. Give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down, however you're feeling. Subscribe to the channel. It all helps us get out there ever since the algorithm changed and kind of pushed us down in the fucking dirt again after April. Doing well, but yeah, please give us just, you know, if you like it. It takes a second of your life, but it does make a difference to trigger warning. Right, start off briefly. The Kurds. These are the YKK in Syria. Historically, the Kurds have had a bit of a rough deal. When we persuaded them to stand against Saddam Hussein, we promptly left them to be gassed in Al-Abja. Many died. Fighting against ISIS, we got the Kurds to help us. And they did. They fought valiantly. They died. They fought viciously. They did what they had to do. And once again, we've kind of left them. And now Turkey, that wonderful nation that wants to be part of the EU, that beacon of democracy. In fact, the country that makes more requests for people's personal information to websites and social media sites than any other when they're being critical of Turkey, has decided to bomb the shit out of the Kurds in Syria because America pulled out. He said, fuck the Kurds, once again. I imagine the Kurds are feeling quite bitter about this. But Donald Trump, I shouldn't have taken him off because I'm going to be a twat to get back on with this earpiece. He was talking about the Kurds, and he defended his decision to withdraw troops from northern Syria. Because what Turkey wants to do, allegedly, is create a buffer zone. A buffer zone in northern Syria. I believe it's also known as ethnic cleansing. Now, Donald Trump did say about the Kurds, yeah, they did help fight Islamic State, but, you know, they didn't help us with Normandy during the Second World War. Technically, he's correct. The Kurds didn't fight in Normandy as a force in the Second World War. Has anyone told Donald Trump where Normandy is? And how far away from Kurdistan it is? Has anyone... Is that the only reason we'll help it? Well, you didn't help us in World War II. I imagine they were probably busy. Not knowing where Normandy was. So yeah, because the Kurds didn't take part in the D-Day operation, fuck them. Fuck them. Let them die. We just keep fucking the Kurds. It's like we want another group of people to be our enemy. We need more Middle Eastern enemies, more bad guys. That's what we need. And by God, we're going to get them. I just cannot believe it. I mean, of all the things he I mean, I know he's expert at trolling his opponents and playing to his base. But they didn't help us in Normandy. Neither did the Germans. But we wouldn't let someone bomb them now, would we? Is that what we say? If Germany have a problem and need our help with anything. Well, you didn't fucking help us in Normandy. No, they didn't. They were on the other side. But we're friends now because it was a while ago. Sort of friends. Kind of friends. You lying bastard, sea cleaner. My system boot time was 1 minute and 33 seconds. Was it really? It's more like half an hour. So, yeah. We're going to let Turkey bomb the shit out of the Kurds because the Kurds didn't help us at Normandy. Not because of, in spite of the fact, I guess. Something. I'm sure someone can find a way of defending what was said, because a lot of the times things are only part reported, because, Donald Trump is a goldmine for hot takes if you edit out at least half of what he said. But that's just a really fucking weird thing to say. Now, as you know, I'm a great fan of the progressive state known as Turkey. And its fine leader, Erdogan. If I ever want an argument on the internet, I only have to mention Turkey. They're fucking poor. Very nationalist. Very nationalist, you Turkish people. Erdogan, he's come out with a great one. An absolute fucking peach. If we refer to what Turkey are doing as an invasion, because why would it be an invasion? They're only sending troops into a foreign country. That's not an invasion, is it, Graham?
Nope.
No, that doesn't even vaguely qualify as an invasion.
Not in that part of the world.
No, it's just we're not invading, just many soldiers going in. It's not an invasion. However, if we refer it to an invasion, he will, unusually for him, become quite cross and intolerant. His plan, and this was his threat, is if you refer to this as an invasion, only not in this voice, in whatever voice it is he has, we will open the doors and release 3.6 million refugees into Europe. So that's what he's threatening. That's his threat. That's his threat. Don't just help my country out, don't just do this, do that. We're a member of NATO, but fuck you guys. We're invading the shit out of Syria, and if you call it as it is, we're just going to release 3.6 million refugees into Europe. That'll be nice. You can't say anything else. You've got to say it's nice. Otherwise, you're a racist. Because there's no problem with refugees in Europe. Because all of those refugees are genuinely people under threat at home who need to say. It just so happens that they're all young men of adult age who don't necessarily like where they're going to, but fuck it, yeah, 3.6. He's actually making that threat now. He's making that threat. So Donald Trump's made a threat to Turkey, though. He said, get out of line. I will fucking ruin you. Not like that. Smaller hands, for one thing. But he's told them he'll economically destroy them. It's all getting a bit out of hand, this, isn't it? It's all getting a bit fucking much now.
I love the ad lib on that when he goes, I've done it before. He's like, what?
only to companies in America that you didn't pay. What country have you done it before to?
I know, this isn't like a carpenter that did your hotel and then just fucked it off.
But of course, I'm just surprised that no one in Europe stepped up to Erdogan and said, what are you talking about? You know, why hasn't the EU... Well, of course we know why the EU hasn't. Why hasn't someone stepped up and gone, shut your fucking mouth? Because, you know, Turkey's got a large army. Very large army. And many nationalist Turks have told me that, you know, you want to be more respectful to us, our army will crush you all. It's like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. So we got it kicking off in Syria. We got Turkey wanting to send 3.6 million refugees of predominantly of fighting age into Europe, which I can only imagine will make Malmo a wonderful place to live. Not that we're allowed to talk about the rapey aspect of a good percentage of refugees. Not allowed to mention that because you know, people get annoyed. People get annoyed. Don't know why. It's just a fact. You know, it's just a fact that shithouses are going to get in on the action of getting into Europe as well. Why wouldn't they? Now, I don't know. I don't know what the answer is here, because I don't think we should sacrifice the Kurds again. It's like Taluvian says, Turks have a hard time with Kurds. Yes, they do. The PKK have been fucking about with them all the time. But that's not who's in Syria. It's the YKK. But apparently, they just say, well, it's the same thing. To a Turk, a Kurd is a Kurd, and should be killed in an airstrike. Apparently, that seems to be the popular answer.
I think you're forgetting one important thing, Hayden.
Oh.
The UN are going to have an emergency meeting next week, and that'll sort it all out, as it always does with those guys.
Well, they will strongly not quite condemn
Yes.
the actions of Erdogan.
He'll blame it on Israel.
Yeah. There'll be the United Nations resolution against Israel. We've been in trouble, haven't we, Graham?
Oh, yeah, a little bit.
With some of Richie Allen's listeners. One of Richie Allen's viewers dug out a video where I was talking about Rachel Corrie, you know, the American girl who was an activist for the Palestinians. She got dead. And apparently what I said wasn't what they liked. And they got cross. Richie addressed it on his stage. So I think it's only fair, just so the Hayden Hewitt account has something else to post on YouTube, that I clarify my position on Rachel Corrie. Do you think that's right, Graham?
100% yes.
I think we need to clarify it. So there's no confusion. There's nobody getting upset. We just got to say it how it is. Rachel Corrie was a passionate advocate for the Palestinian people. She believed in their right to self-determination and freedom. No doubt about it. Very compassionate towards the Palestinian people to the point where she was burning many flags, but went out there, you know, campaigned for them. But Rachel Corrie did have a couple of blind spots. One of the blind spots was for any acts of aggression carried out against Israeli civilians. That didn't matter. That was excusable because of the oppression of the Palestinians. Now, my take is it's never right. If an innocent Palestinian is killed, it's disgraceful. If an innocent Israeli is killed, it's fucking horrific. And I know some people come back going, well, they've all got to serve in the army, so they're all targets. Don't be a cunt. You know, I saw the celebrations when that fucking young girl was raped and murdered, and the fact that the family of the guy that did it are going to be weighed in by the government, Hamas, basically. So one of her blind spots was for acts of aggression by Palestinians against civilians. That was not her worst blind spot, though, because she also had a really big fucking blind spot for bulldozers, because the stupid bastard stood in front of one and managed to get run over by a bulldozer. A crippled 80-year-old woman could get out of the way of one of those fucking things. Drivers of bulldozers with the blade down cannot see you if you're stood in front of a bulldozer. Most people would realise this, but she had a blind spot for bulldozers, so she got fucking run over. Now, I know you'll say it's murder, whatever, but you can't discount the fact if someone's going to walk in front of a fucking bulldozer, they have to accept some of the responsibility for getting driven over by said bulldozer. It's all well and good being full of piss and vinegar and anger and fury. But keep an eye out for the heavy machinery. Fuck's sake. I'm sorry, you've got to be a special kind of fucking idiot to get run over by a bulldozer. It's like getting run over by a steamroller. It shouldn't happen. They're very big, very loud, and slow. Very slow. It's not like she was hit by a train while she had a Walkman on. You know, and they were knocking houses down. They weren't. It wasn't even knocking a house down that day. It was digging up a field looking for munitions. She died to save topsoil. Whatever you think. Well, was it murder? Was it this? Fucking idiot. And if you don't like the fact that I believe that, and you can't cope with me having that opinion, don't write letters to other people. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me to fuck off or just turn it off. But if you think for 1 minute I'm going to tone anything down because of your butthurt fucking feelings on any topic, whether I believe in it or not, you're shit out of luck. But to the person that shared the links, thank you for sharing the links, because it's always good to get the links out there for more people to watch. And I'm sure we convinced a few of his listeners to watch more Trigger Warning.
They were demanding that Richie denounces you. All the shit that Richie goes through, and they've got the lack of
Do you know what gets me?
self-awareness.
How can you have him on your show, Richie, a man that says you got to be a fucking idiot to get squashed by a bulldozer? But they're fine with Alison Chablos being on there, who's a fucking right wrong-un. I mean, does it not... You know, it's like, Jesus Christ almighty, for fuck's sake. You can't be friends with him anymore. He's got an opinion that doesn't agree with.
I'm a bit late on the game, but I did get a screen grab of Hayden Hewitt as well, just so everyone can have a little look. There you go. He puts a lot of effort in there.
I'm thinking the guy that got onto Richie might well be him.
Yeah. Denounce him. Denounce him.
Ian Cam, I might have missed the start of that, says someone was reversed over in big, huge crane. Very slow moving, reversed over someone new. I must have missed half the story there. Because how the fuck...
Oh, he's saying you got to be careful. I've just scrolled up now. Happened to a guy on the M40 build the other day.
How?
But
How did a fucking crane run him over? They're not exactly like fucking speedboats, are they?
it's like that. Do you remember Austin Powers where the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Deadpool.
Yeah, and it's coming out...
The hockey rink thing.
No! For ages. And then,
Get out the fucking way. Just, 3 steps to the side. Phew, that bulldozer just missed me. You know? I'm not fucking having it. Fuck's sake, what a strange hill to die on. Oh, he was stood right behind it. That's the difference. He was stood right behind it, and for some reason it burst into life and violently accelerated over him. Now, I've been told, do you take the piss out the guy in Tiananmen Square, the one that stood in front of the tank? No. But he knew the tank driver could see him. Once that blade's down, it's not that easy to see. I'm not excusing it. It's just that's how it is. That's just how it is.
I reckon even this was the Jews, you know. Murder.
Everything's Jews.
They've managed to find the way to the M40 now.
Yeah, what were these guys? This guy that got run over by the crane, what were his thoughts on Palestine?
I bet
We need to find out.
They had one of those little flags that Labour give out.
Were they sure that the bulldozer driver was even a Jew? Because a lot of them tend to be Druze Arabs who are also Israelis, so, you know, I don't know.
No, they're all mega white. Super duper mega white.
Yeah, it was some European dude with the fucking curly hair and all that. With
Just right.
the strings hanging out his shirt and yeah.
He was just enjoying it far too much.
Is that what it was?
Just,
Yeah.
yeah, doing the little dance. Not again.
Boggio66 says, how about when Israel sang that US signal ship? Because that relates to what I've just spoke about. They sank it, I don't know. I'm not saying Israel's fucking wonderful here. Just, This is the thing. It's weird. If I criticise Israel, which I do frequently because they do lots of heinous shit, somehow I'm pro-Palestinian. And if I point out the fact that you've got to be some special kind of fucking idiot to get run over by a bulldozer, all of a sudden, well, you must be pro-Israel. Does no one have the capability of looking at the world and going, there might be more than one thing to look at here? It's ridiculous. It's a strange world we live in. You know, it's that you're with us or against us. Bollocks. Fucking that pissing me off. It's boring. It's incredibly dull. By the way, Skype in live at triggerwarning.tv. It'd be great to hear from you. That's why I'm wearing the earpiece. Let's do that. Happy Dog says Palestine doesn't exist. Yeah, sorry, Palestinian-held territory. That's it. I hope Richie's going to take part in Safe Space.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'll be fun.
That will be a lot of fun.
I know, you know, because like so far you've been like, well, that's Safe Space, that'll be loads of fun. And then today was the first time that you connected Richie to it in your head.
Yeah.
And you literally just sat there doing little orgasm motions. He did, he just sat there going, oh, yeah, let's get Richie to do it.
Oh, it'd be
Let's get
fucking
Richie
lovely. That'll be this so, especially if he's had a couple of straighteners.
I know, get him hammered. It'd be great.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, bring your own beer. This place is going to be hammered, isn't it? Everyone's bringing whiskey and everything.
Foggio says Noam Chomsky criticised Israel, so he's a Nazi. That's another thing I know you're only fucking about, but I'm sick of everyone calling everyone a Nazi when they're not even close. Graham's a fucking Nazi. That's a proper one. But it's just everything. No, you're a Nazi. No, I'm not. I don't even fucking like the Germans. If anyone's German who's watching, be offended if you like. But yeah, it's just really weird. Everyone's a Nazi. Fat Belly's mentioned your VR unit again. It's been moved.
Fuck off.
Plain simple.
What about my fucking VR? Why does everyone keep fucking mentioning my fucking
It
VR?
was like the wardrobe I had in the spare room.
like-
What
I
about
yeah,
the
it's-
VR, Graham?
It's like a fucking... Alright, great, cool.
I've been
good?
using my VR.
I just...
Richie is a Nazi.
It's just so... Just why are you so obsessed with it?
I actually rang Richie up a couple weeks ago. I went, why are you so anti-Semitic? Do you remember on Twitter when I just went in and said, actually, Richie's not anti-Semitic? He's just not anti-Semitic.
He's not. He
But fucking hell, I was a Nazi then. All the, like, because you got the arguments on Twitter. I mean, a lot of them do point out genuine anti-Semitism. But no, everything's anti-Semitism. And I was actually talking to a guy who writes to the Jewish Telegraph, and he was saying, like, it's getting a bit insane now. Because everything. And he gets shit for saying that's not anti-Semitism.
Well, it's drifting. It's bordering on what's happening with the word Islamophobia now, isn't it? When it's like any expression whatsoever, it's like they just try and shut it down with like anti-Semitism, which is an interesting one because I find that people I talk to don't make the connection. They'll say, "Oh, you use anti-Semitism." People use anti-Semitism to shut down criticism and debate, which is true. And I say, "Oh, well, isn't it the same for Islamophobia?" And it's always they pick one or the other.
Yeah.
They even just like they can't hold that the exact same thing is happening in both cases. Often, anyway. I'm not saying everyone, but I have noticed that quite a bit.
Speaking of anti-Semitism, a story caught my attention which I found quite amusing. That MP Chris Williamson, who was kicked out of the Labour Party for making anti-Semitic comments. And he said I didn't, and they let him back in. But then he got kicked out again because he was being anti-Semitic. Well, he's taken it to the High Court. He took his appeal to the High Court, which turns out that for Chris Williamson wasn't the best idea because they basically confirmed that he's an anti-Semite. He's lost his appeal. Now, fuck you. You did fuck up. You did fuck up. Now, what I love about this is it's not so much that. It's the fact that all those Momentum followers who were celebrating wildly about the High Court finding it illegal that Boris Johnson prorogued Parliament. It was wonderful, the High Court. There he is, the anti-Semite. I'll probably get sued for that now. It's what the High Court back, dude. You acted inappropriately. I'm sorry. Not sorry. All the Momentum people who were celebrating what the High Court did, saying it was illegal for Boris Johnson to prorogue Parliament, blah, 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 yada, yada, and they were great, and finally justice. They must have changed tune faster than a jazz musician on speed today when this came through. Labour left voices must have been fucking distraught. Labour left voice have blocked me, obviously. I don't get to see what they say very often on Twitter because they blocked me. After only speaking to them once, Graham. I spoke to them once. They engaged me once and blocked me. Fucking Labour snowflakes. Yeah, so Mr. Williamson lost his appeal to be reinstated by the Labour Party. So that is kind of like the High Court saying you're an anti-Semite, isn't it? That is what that means, isn't it, Graham?
Yeah, it's exactly the same.
Imagine going to court thinking you're going to win, only to come out to be officially branded as a fucking Jew hater.
Yeah, there's momentum there defending him.
He's anti-racist and an anti-Semite. Chris Williamson. Kind of fucked up there, dude.
Labour, I was trying to explain this to, I was with some Labour people on the weekend, and I was trying to explain to them this whole thing about, protesting too much. Going on about being anti-fascist and, we're anti-racist. And it's I was trying to explain, most normal people don't need to declare themselves anti-fascist or anti-racist. Yeah. They just are. That's the default position.
It's easy to prove you're not racist by simply not being racist.
Yeah, it's just... but no, I got told off quite a bit.
You got told off.
Yeah, because hate crimes are going up apparently. So we're all racist.
You never invite me to these parties.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You would have said no.
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't have gone, but it'd be nice just to be asked.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll ask. Well,
that counts.
I'm going debate club tomorrow. If you want to go to that.
Debate club.
They're doing. Well, it's not like a school thing. It's grown-ass adults.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they're very adult. Yeah.
They're doing Extinction Rebellion and trannies. I saw that on the thing. I was like, I'm fucking going to that.
Okay, you're new here today, Hayden. Would you like to speak? You're fucking right, I would. Brace yourselves, dickheads. We're going deep. Lock the doors.
Yeah, they're doing Extinction Rebellion, transgenderism, Greta Thunberg, Thomas Cook, and Brexit. I was like, I saw that and I fucking signed up tomorrow night. I can't wait.
Would you like to introduce yourself to the group? I'm the man you're really never going to speak to again for the rest of your fucking lives.
I know, yeah.
If we do grow the Trigger Warning live events, we have to reach out to those people. Would you like to come? Would you like to come and offer us a perspective we might not normally? I'm sure you will find it very valuable. Robert Morgan to Skype in. It's live at triggerwarning.tv on Skype. If you call and we don't answer, Cherry will have a quick chat with you on the keyboard and we'll phone you back. 42 minutes.
Would you like a Skype call?
Who have we got?
Aphid Lip.
Aphid Lip. Yeah, let's phone Aphid Lip.
Yeah.
I've only got one other thing to talk about anyway that's going to boil my piss. Minutes.
Oh, would you like a Skype call?
Who have we got?
Aphid Lip.
Aphid Lip.
Dude, you need to turn... You need just mute your... I think you've got things playing. Just check your browsers.
Mute everything except Skype.
Something's playing, I promise you.
Lee just said, my wife said if you're going to trigger and you have to turn your phone off to speak freely, what if I need to get all of you in an emergency? Any other suggestions?
There we go, we've got him ready on the line.
We'll have to buy a SIM card. We'll have to buy a SIM card for a phone and have an emergency phone number.
Yeah.
We'll sort something out.
We can do that.
Hey, Fidlip, how are you doing, sir?
Good. How you guys doing?
Just wonderful. Super. We're super, aren't we, boys?
Yes, sir.
We're super.
That's nice. I can hear all you guys.
Yeah. It's all getting posh here now.
Oh, you really got things sorted out, don't you?
We're trying to get everything sorted for the live show as well. That's another layer of complexity to fuck up.
Oh man, that would be if there's some way that you can interact with the folks that are coming out to that thing, that would be
yes
awesome.
Yes, we're gonna I mean, obviously the shows and everything will be geared more to the people in the room.
Sure.
But we'll have stuff up on screen so they can see the comments and things like that, and we'll try and get as much interaction as possible. There'll be a lot more interaction later on, but we won't be streaming. Especially the big debate thing at the end and for Safe Space. No fucking way that's going out on the internet. So,
yeah, you said something about collecting the cell phones and putting them in a box or something. I think that's a pretty cool idea.
well, I think it's important now more than ever that if you have an event like this, everything's so fucking screwed down, even online now. There should be somewhere where you can speak and get pissed off and hear every different opinion under the sun. And then at the end of it, go home happy. Not have to have your life destroyed. Don't carry a grudge. It's just people's opinions. We need to get back to that shit, and we've got to use these events for that, I think. And
it's a damn shame that you can't. You got to watch what you say to people, and people get so offended. And I mean, I don't know if you've seen this Ellen DeGeneres thing that's been going on over here. She went and had, I think she saw a football game or something with President Bush, and people are up in arms because she went and hung out with President Bush, I guess, for an afternoon.
Yeah, it was like a game. And she was just sat next to him. That was it. It wasn't
What's the
like...
problem?
Yeah.
Why can't you be friends with people that have different opinions? I mean, let's say Richie Allen again, just out of interest. We differ so greatly on so many of our opinions, but we're still mates. I mean, we disagree to the point of shouting, but we're still friends.
Well, I mean,
at the end of it, you've got to be an adult.
If you can see him the next time and not resent that last conversation you had with him, I mean, that's the way it should get.
Well, that's part of the reason I like hanging out with him. Why would you only want to be around people that share the same opinion as you?
Yeah, that would be horrible. I can't imagine. I mean, most of the people I know, I live in the middle of the United States, and most of the people I know, do not feel the same way I do about things. And on Facebook and stuff, I could never, come out and say the stuff that I do, like on Live Leak or and stuff like that, because it just people would never talk to me ever again. They would hold it against me, and I'd be looked at. We're involved with my son's school, and I'd be looked at my son's school differently, and it's a shame. It's a shame that
Yeah, I don't think anyone at my son's school knows about trigger warning either. Maybe I should post a link to it on the school Facebook group.
That might be a good idea.
I think that may be, especially when I'm talking about one of the little shits that goes to his school that I really don't like. I could name them, couldn't I? I could name them. That'd do it. But no, of course, it's, in a polite society, yes, we moderate what we say in public because that's polite, that's reasonable. But it's just the fact that we have to moderate so much, and even online where we shouldn't have to, which means that we go from either being polite or complete assholes. And everything's so binary in opinions and outlooks. It's depressing. No one can try and look at things from another point of view, which is what the Safe Space game that we'll be doing a live show, that's what that really is. It's speaking passionately about something you disagree with, but making that you agree with it. It used to be something they did in schools, that is. And I mean, obviously not the topics that we choose, but that's something they used to do when they were teaching children how to debate. They'd give them a topic that they disagreed with and say, right. You sell that to us. You argue for that. And it's a great way of making you consider. It doesn't mean you have to agree, but consider the other opinion. It gives you a greater insight into it. But no one does that now. No one cares. They just want headlines and something to hit other people over the head with. I think you should take an ad out in your local paper saying, I think you are all cunts.
I don't know if it's that they don't care. Maybe they just don't know that they don't care, or they've been pushed such a far direction that that they've just had too much of it in their own minds, and they don't want to see anybody else's perspective anymore.
It's just depressing.
And then it's gonna happen. That's happened now to the other side, and they're getting pushed, and it's just a vicious cycle. And that's why I'm not really a fan of extremes on either side.
It's always a bad idea. Extreme left, extreme right, terrible idea. I mean, a lot of the leftists that celebrated cancel culture are starting to find that it's biting them in the arse now, with their YouTube channels being deleted and shit. And it's beautiful. You know, you should always oppose censorship. I mean, it's being forced on all of us. You know, whether it's lively or trigger warning. You know, we're well aware of certain things I can't do because we keep getting told off by YouTube for things that I say and stuff. But
Oh, is that right? Really, your trigger warning account is getting warned? Or,
we've had a few warnings. The most recent one was for calling Jessica Yaniv a fat nonce.
Now is that
bullying?
Is that more from somebody that is here watching like tonight that complains about it, or is there somebody physically watching you right now? Do you think?
I think it's just someone trolling through the old videos and putting a complaint in.
Okay,
I
so
don't
it's
think
never
YouTube,
like right after it happens. It's
no,
like
I don't
later
think
on.
YouTube know who we are, nor should they care. You know, what do we get? 50, 60 viewers live, couple
Yeah.
hundred on replay.
Well, that's why I was thinking. There's no possible way that they could be, watching that whole thing.
No, but maybe they should.
That's why we don't ask for manual reviews when we've been demonetized. We're like,
I did on that one though.
we do occasionally, but generally we're like, no, let's not have your human look at this.
Well, where I called him a fat nonce and explained what a nonce was, then I said how ugly he was. And YouTube said that's bullying and harassment, so I asked them to manually review it, and they did, and they still said, no, that's not happening. And they removed the video, but they didn't remove the other video.
Even my SJW mates were like, yeah, she's a nonce. There's no like...
Well, that's the thing. I in the message to YouTube, I said this is factual. There's no denying he's fat. He's got an unhealthy interest in children, and he's ugly as fuck. And for some reason, that explanation didn't do it for them.
Did Graham just say he has SJW mates?
Oh yeah, he's got some very
that's
SJW
it.
friends.
I'm never going to talk to him ever again then.
Oh yeah, I mean I've met a few of them. A couple of them don't speak to me anymore. Through no fault of my own.
You've not met the ones I go drinking with. They're good. You can have a proper Barney with them. And
they're not my favourite. I like the ones that get a bit upset.
Yeah.
I like it when people get upset.
I turned up Saturday just going, the NHS should be fully privatised. Debate me. They just, what about poor people? It sent them crazy. They didn't know what to do.
Change my fucking mind.
I did change my mind.
We should do one with a table with umbrella on the front. You can't change my fucking mind. You know, let me tell you how it is.
I want to do a table one, set it up at the university and just write capitalism on the front and see what happens. Because I bet you it triggered. Just not change my mind, just literally capitalism and just sit there smiling and see what happens.
Thumbs up. Capitalism.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
We'd be fucked without it.
Before I outstay my welcome, I wanted to. The reason I really wanted to talk to you was this whole thing that you were on. The first thing that you talked about was this whole Kurds and Turkey thing, and what Turkey actually came out and said today. So, how do people in Europe feel like? Do they just think Turkey's an asshole, or do they think that Trump, this is his fault?
To be honest, I don't know how people in Europe think, because Europe's a huge and diverse thing. But
okay, well, how do you think, or anybody you've?
I think America's throwing the
kid.
A lot of people agree that the US and allies, but probably the US, are throwing the Kurds under the bus again after they fought and died in our interests, fighting the creation that, let's be honest, we fucking created.
Right.
We're throwing them under the bus again. And at the same token, we think Turkey are complete and utter assholes.
Right.
But I've always thought Turkey were complete and utter assholes. So it's not really changed much for me in that respect. Not even Turkey, Erdogan. Erdogan's a terrible man, but the Turks seem quite keen on him.
So
I would suggest that this is only as high up in the news cycle as it is because Trump's involvement.
Yeah.
People know they're going to get clicks. I think it'd just be yet another thing otherwise.
Oh, no one would give a fuck.
Well, I mean, he did say he was going to release all the refugees. I mean, that's a huge problem over there, isn't it?
It's just a threat at this point.
No, right, exactly.
It's just.
But, I mean,
a threat,
is that a way that somebody in the UN would talk to somebody else in the UN? I mean,
no, but let's face it. I mean, we've got the most powerful man in the world using extreme rhetoric.
Right.
So, why wouldn't everybody else? Once you open Pandora's box in that respect, when people say, like you say, oh, Donald Trump, this language is not presidential. And the
Right.
people that voted for him said, well, no, it's good. He says it how it is. But there's a reason world leaders don't usually speak like that. It's because it allows people like Erdogan to speak like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's where shit
exactly
gets out of hand. I mean, look, Pakistan and India are at each other's throats again now, both using extreme rhetoric, even ramping it up to the point of, well, we'll use nukes if we have to. And the best part is a lot of people online are going, well, good, fuck 'em, use nukes. I know, guys, if they have a nuclear war, just those two countries, we all suffer for a generation because, there'll be food shortages globally. The weather will be fucked because it's a big thing when two large nuclear superpowers have a poke at each other. And about 100 million people will die.
Yeah.
But it's always simpler online. I'll be all right. It's like, yeah, you won't be all right, though. It'll be cold. It'll be cold. It'll be a fucking nuclear winter, you balmy bastards.
Well, I mean, you got global warming or you got the extreme cold from a nuclear winter. I mean, which one do you want?
Well, global warming. Because then I could grow chilies without a greenhouse. See, I always look for the silver lining.
Yeah.
Sea levels will rise. We'll be all right in Manchester.
Lovely tomatoes, though.
Lovely tomatoes, the best.
It'll help the BDS movement as well, so they should be happy. Those lot.
There you go. It's a win-win.
We won't need to
Yeah,
get.
The whole situation with the Turks and the Kurds going on right now. I mean, it's similar over here. I think that the Trump base, if you would have it, just they don't really. Well, I mean, to be honest with you, let's be honest. That the Trump base is not a real informed political force.
I think you've got to be careful with that one aphid lip. I'm going to tell you. No, you have to be careful because it's exactly that attitude that we see in Brexit. Oh, the other side must be fucking stupid, and it's that rhetoric. No, I'm not having a go at you personally, but it's that rhetoric
No,
that got you Trump, and will probably get you another 4 years of Trump.
Well, I mean, it's possible. It's possible, especially if this whole thing falls through with what's going on right now with Ukraine and everything.
But the more you tell people that they're fucking idiots, who might have voted for him, like I've said in the past, just to change.
I agree with you, but there's a lot of people that are in the base, if you will, that were, that are in some type of union, that were, voted Democrat in the past. And, it's only 30% of the public that is controlling, basically right now with Trump, the everything that's going on. And it's that 30% of those is, if it's 50-50 and, you got a majority of that 50%, you're around 30% that is controlling those other 20%. They don't like Trump, the established Republicans that have been around forever, or the older Republicans, they can't stand Trump either, but they can't do anything about it because the majority of their party right now is this, what I think of is a ill-informed base that wasn't really into politics before. They go to these rallies and they think it's great, and they see these situations and they don't think about the repercussions, like you were saying, of what happens when something, when there's a nuclear war thrown.
No, people don't think about it, but that's the whole point. People never have. People never have. It's just everything's becoming more extreme.
You're right.
Everything's becoming more extreme on the left, on the right.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
And that's part of the reason Donald Trump did as well as he did, because people were like, well, I've been ignored by these other parties for years. I'm giving this guy a try.
Right. And I don't see any answer on the other side either. I mean, if this Elizabeth Warren gets, she looks like she's going to be taking the lead. I mean, she's basically the duplicate of Bernie Sanders, So I mean, I don't see that being the answer. And I see just if she does win and that she becomes the next one, then there's going to be somebody just like Trump to take Trump's place in 4 more years, and it's just going to keep going back and forth, and it's just going to be a whole shit mess.
Well, I'm going to say before we go, Teluvian on chat said his base is not uninformed. You were wrong about that. I think the truth is they're exactly as informed as the people on the other side.
Yeah, that's true. That's
exactly as informed, which is as informed as the general population ever wants to be.
That's right. Or needs to be, for that matter.
Well, I don't know about needs to be. Should be better informed, but that's a person's choice. Well, that's the thing with democracy.
Yeah, but I look at politics a lot more than I did, 3-4 years ago, and I don't want to. I'd much rather be, just la land and not worry, spend more time with my family and friends than worry about this shit, but I can't help it, and that's the way most of the people are. But I try to stay and try to look at facts and try to look at different sources and stuff like that. Where a lot of people just follow what they're told or what they see on Facebook, for Christ's sake.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. We got to go because there's something else I
hear
want to cover.
you. Thanks, guys. And
Thanks
hey,
for calling, Fiddlip. I always appreciate it.
I hope you guys have one hell of a meetup there. That's awesome.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right,
take care. Bye bye. I was like, Fiddlip calling in for a chat. That was nice.
Yeah.
Guys, before we go on to the last story, I did say this at the beginning, but people have come, people have gone. Trigger Warning does rely on the generosity of our viewers, and we do have patrons without whom none of this would really be possible. If you'd like to help support the Trigger Warning Project, that's the shows, the daily shows, the weekly shows, the website, which has the social media on it, and the forum, triggerwarning.tv. Do sign up. You can become a patron by going to patreon.com/triggerwarningtv, or you can donate direct via PayPal on the website. It's always hugely appreciated, and it genuinely makes a difference. We won't be able to fund this indefinitely on our own. It just wouldn't be possible. You can also drop super chats in YouTube if you like. We usually do better when those on a Tuesday for some reason, don't we? But that gives Google some money as well. Lord knows they need it. But you can drop that in there, and we'll usually read out anything that's put on there, if it's legal. If it's not, we won't. But we do rely on you. Arminius, thank you so much. How many people are you expecting to be at the meet space? Well, I expected 3, but we've sold, was it 23 tickets? Now 24.
24, yeah.
24 tickets. We got extra people because that puts us around 26, 27.
Yeah.
If we sell the remaining tickets, this room is going to be very, very full, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
I think with guests and crew, we're already above 30 people that are going to be in this tiny room. I can't wait.
Very exciting. And if it goes well and people enjoy it, we'll see about doing more of them. Wish you could go too as well. I mean, it's maybe in the future. Maybe it'll be possible. How do we get the highest percentage for donations? Probably PayPal, isn't it? Direct.
Yeah, there's a link there in the description. If you can see the supporters, I think
probably PayPal.
PayPal's probably the one.
They take the chunk, but it's a safe way for everybody, isn't it? Is the Gestapo coat for sale? Dude, this coat is like 25 years old, and this one has been in the spare room for ages, and it just smells funny. I'm gonna have to get something done with this. It just smells funny. I'm not sure. But I'm going to wear it at the event, because if I didn't wear the leather jacket, it wouldn't be right, would it?
Yeah. I just the audio, man. I just feel like I'm dying all night. I'm checking down here and up there and everywhere, and I'm like, no. Just so you can look like John Sweeney.
That's me. What about a Meat Space UK talk? If we had enough followers, if we had enough viewers, enough people that were interested, we would do these all over the country. Of course we would. It'd be wonderful. That'd be beautiful.
Well, in a month's time, we're going to have 30 people all saying the same thing, like, that was awesome. And then we'll see where we go from there, eh?
But help us, guys. Share the links. And if we get popular enough, we'll put free speech events on anywhere.
Really want to go Texas, don't we?
Texas would be very good. Would we do Holyhead? I don't know how many viewers would get in Holyhead. Maybe we could do it near it. I don't know.
But Texas, that'd be mint.
Texas would be mint, yeah. Be very handy for me. Got family there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
a friend of mine's getting married down that way, actually. I was like, ooh, that'd be
go
good.
do barbecue. Yeah. But guys, yeah, please do share the links. Help us get out there. Share the shows. Tell people, this is fucking terrible. Don't watch this, whatever you do. And maybe some people will like it. But that would be a great way to help us out there, help us grow. Because like I say, since we had to, Live League stop the live streaming, we've basically started over. And it's uphill. I mean, I'd do this show for 10 people, for 5 people, for 2 people. I just enjoy doing it. But the fact that so many of you do come and watch it is fucking outrageously cool. It's genuinely humbling. I realise it's because we got the big drawer over there, the Nazi paedophile. I know this, but
I
Yeah. Every now and again I pop up. Ooh.
Thank you, Aphid Lip. Remember, on a Tuesday, if you donate then, you get to see the trigger warning clacker, which has gone missing.
Has it? Oh.
The trigger warning dildo, someone helped move all the stuff down from the offices. Whoever moved the stuff down from the offices. And he's not here anymore.
Dude, I don't need to rob that dildo. I've seen it all around the place. I got my own shit.
No, I mean the guy that moved it.
Yeah, no, he's pointing at me.
I was.
It's like, why would I rob that? I've got my own dildos, thank you very much.
I wonder how he sneaked it out of the building.
I don't know. It was in a bag, so it would have looked like lunch leftovers or something, wouldn't it?
That's just a shame, though. Could have done with that for the live show. Well, John. It was John's originally.
Yeah, so that's extra.
Was it now?
Extra disrespectful.
I'm moving my mouse there.
Taking things off Wingman John. I believe Wingman John's going to come to the live show. I really hope so.
You better.
Because I've been promising to go for a drink with him for fucking 12 months, and I'm a real. Things have got in the way. I've spoken to him, but it'd be really good to hang out with him again. It really, really would.
How's his back?
He doesn't like to talk about it. He's got a new doggy though, Doge de Bordeaux. Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh.
But he posted a picture today, just fucking ate a cushion, just scattered it everywhere. And you know, some dogs look guilty. Not this one. Just the look on his face was, yeah.
My little girl keeps asking me for a dog, but I'm just, oh god, no, it's just work, innit? So much work.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I'm going to give John a call tomorrow and remind him about the show. He said he's going to come, so I'll give him a call tomorrow and we'll check. But I'd love to do these in different places in the country. That would be awesome. Maybe we'll get to do that in the next, over the next year or two. We'll maybe do a London one.
Yeah, I think London or Birmingham or something like that. I think Holyhead's a bit out there, isn't it?
Not doing Birmingham.
No, just in terms of access.
Not doing Birmingham.
No, but in terms of people getting there. Like,
yeah.
I think.
London would be. We'll have to make friends with people that have venues in London because we can't charge the sort of ticket prices that be required to make it viable.
Yeah. But I think the northwestern tip of Wales might be a little bit out of the way for, a lot of people.
Alex, don't be so defeatist. Of course we'd make it out alive. Just sacrifice you and Cherry. You stay there and fight them off, lads. Look at me making out like I'd be running.
Just be like that with me. He's a Nazi! Fascist!
Graham hates the trannies and the blacks. I'm against that sort of thing. Go after him. Right, there's one more thing I'd like to say. I know we've run over, but I think this is important. It's a very quick one about Brexit. You see, there's been a bit of rhetoric from both sides. People getting excited because we're in shit your pants month for most people. And Guy Verhofstadt. You already know my views on Guy Verhofstadt. I don't believe I have to reiterate them. But they've come out and said, or he's come out and said, or it's come out and said, because I'd hate to gender him. Boris Johnson and Brexiteers are traitors. Traitors. Look at Boris's face. Traitors. Now, what are they traitors to? Because if all Brexiteers are nationalists, as we're told, rampant nationalists, how can they be traitors? Is it traitors to the EU? I think war can be the only answer now, Graham. We must declare war on Spain.
We're already there, are we?
I think we've reached that point. Apparently Boris Johnson was meeting Leo Varadkar in Cheshire. Just down the road there. Today, to try and hammer out. But why is he so important all of a sudden?
I don't know. The whole thing's messed up, man.
I don't hold with any of it. Fuck it. Just leave. Ireland will be okay. And that we spoke about on the show, didn't we? Labour saying, it's disrespectful to the Good Friday Agreement, blah, blah. Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell were against that fucking thing. John McDonnell said the only way to have peace in Ireland is to unify it. If the people in the north voted for that, fantastic. unify it. I don't fucking care. You know, as long as it's peaceful and they don't start blowing everything fucking up again, you know, it's fine. But there's got to be a reasonable solution to the backstop. And Northern Ireland do not want to remain outside of the UK. So that's a non-starter. But we have to have some kind of border there because it's the EU. Ireland is in thrall, owned completely by the EU, bought and paid for. So we've got a problem, but I just think he's a cheeky twat calling us fucking traitors. Who does he think he is? He's the guy that said nations have to give up their sovereignty. And he said that. It's not me making it up. It was in a speech. Give up more sovereignty to the EU. The EU shouldn't have people having vetoes. They should just do as you're told. And don't one of you dare fucking tell me it's democratic. MEPs can't suggest laws. They just have to rubber stamp shit that comes from the bureaucrats. No, have the EU if you want the EU. But, you know, this short-termism of people thinking somehow like, well, we're more secure in the EU. Well, for how long? The EU's not doing that great either. I voted leave, therefore we should leave. And if we have to protect peace in Ireland, well, we're just going to have to build a fucking wall, and I think we should make France pay for it. What do you think, Graham?
I think we should humiliate the Irish and make them pay for it themselves from the old southern parts down there in Ireland.
Could be seen as being unreasonable.
Well, I think they deserve it.
And there's people down there that do get a bit bomby.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's the point, isn't it? They're creating the cost.
Make Guy Verhofstadt pay for it.
Wouldn't be a wall if it wasn't for their bomminess.
So we're going to have to build a wall. A beautiful wall, though. Has to be a beautiful wall. A wonderful wall. The best wall.
None of those slats for the wildlife to get through and all that. Like a proper...
What wildlife? What is there? Squirrels and climb over.
Snakes.
Is there snakes in Ireland?
I
thought St. Patrick drove them all out, didn't he?
We got rid of them all, yeah, apparently.
He drove all the snakes from Ireland. That history, that. Did you not do history?
Oh.
It happened. It happened.
Apparently Booth is an Irish name. I don't know, all my family are Irish, though. Not me, though.
You're definitely not
I'm
Irish.
a traitor.
English, through and through. We should play out with Jerusalem. Not God Save the Queen, 'cause that's a terrible. It's boring. Jerusalem. That's what we should have as a national anthem.
All of us stand up, but so that we're out of shot like this.
What was it? Billy Connolly said we should have the Archers as a national anthem. That'd be mint.
If it was my choice, it would be The Trooper by Iron Maiden.
Let's do that next week. Let's just go out to Jerusalem. It'll piss people off. Go on, it'll be funny.
I tell you, Alex has made a point. It's inflammatory language when Boris calls people traitors, but Guy says it, and that's fine. Yeah, why is it? You're absolutely fucking right, Alex. As usual, he's a very intelligent young man, for one so young.
I know,
but he's 100% right. Boris called people traitors and also, he'll cause riots and murders and remember people that were murdered by fucking lunatics. Guy Verhofstadt says it, and all these fucking bellends with FBPE in the fucking username. Like, yeah, he's definitely right. Definitely right. Oh, God, we need to stay in Europe. I'm European! Well, good, get on a fucking ferry and fuck off to Europe. It's only over the water, you'll still be allowed in. Go and visit. Oh, but I'll have to get a visa. Yeah, that'll take the best part of 20 minutes on the fucking internet. You poor bastard. What a shame. What a shame. It's going to be a little more inconvenient to take part Tarquin and fucking Fiona skiing. I couldn't give less of a fuck if I tried. Now, the latest one is they're trying, well, bands won't be able to tour Europe. Bands won't be able to tour Europe. It'd be too difficult. How did they manage before?
What about the band Europe?
the Beatles fucking lived in Germany for years, didn't they?
Yeah. And also, I'm not in a band, and because I'm a nationalist, ignorant gammon Brexiteer, I don't give a fuck. They'll just have to figure it out, won't they? Just like everything else in life, you know. You can't have everything the way you fucking want it. It's just some shit you gotta sort out. For example, I'm not actually allowed to have a giant mincer that I can put people in.
Yet.
But I have to live with that disappointment. I don't have FBPM in my Twitter username, do I? Follow back Pro Mincer. You know? I might have to by tonight.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Now that I've thought about it, I quite like that idea.
Just Pro Mincer. Hashtag Pro Mincer.
Fat Belly says they'll stop us doing the Eurovision Song Contest. Will they? They let Israel do it, don't they? As far as I know, Israel's not in Europe.
Australia?
They let them convict scum do it as well.
Yeah, they do, yeah. They do.
No offence to anyone in Australia, obviously. There used to be an Australian guy on Lively. Every time I said that, he went fucking mental.
Really?
Only X% were of convict style. But I realised that every time I said it, he went mental. So once a week, every week until he went off in a huff and tried to start his own website, I would mention it.
You got to think though that all right, the guys that had the boats that took them down there, they weren't convicts. But also, what kind of a person wants to have boats with prisoners all the way down to Australia? They might not be convicted, but they're wrong as well.
I'd have a boat.
You take like months to get down there.
Oh, brilliant. Scurvy.
All gammy and weird.
Rickets.
Dude, my little girl asked me if I'd give her a peg leg. She saw a pirate with a peg leg and she wants a leg cut off now. And I'm like, well, no. Trans issues already, eh? I identify
You'll probably
as a
get
pirate.
in trouble. You probably get in trouble for denying her.
I know, yeah.
Right. We've run way over. It's 11:15 in the night times.
In the night.
Yeah.
Oh my days. I'm not even used this fucking laptop after all that. I might as well shut it down. There we go. They do that on the news at 10, don't they? Start faffing about with a mouse.
Yeah. We do that live with the mics hot.
How do I turn this off? It's like every time I do a live stream, it always ends with, how do I turn this off? I'm such a boomer. Such a boomer. How does this work then? Guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure as always. I've really enjoyed. I've been in a very good mood. Which is unusual. Very unusual. Remember, Graham broadcasts almost every day at noon for his midday meltdown. So that's UK time, proper time, not your foreign time. So you'll have to figure that shit out wherever you live. People used to moan at me, why don't you tell us what time that is where I live? It's not my problem. You sort it out. American Rebellion channel, didn't see you in there, dude. Hope you're doing well. We'll be back on Tuesday, the pair of us, at 10:30 p.m. UK time. And then we'll be back again next Thursday. We won't be in the studio next Thursday, though. But hopefully we'll do a broadcast if I'm capable of it. But if I am, we'll do a broadcast. Until then...
Is it just going to be you, hi from the dentist, and then that little postage stamp me just going, come on, Hayden! Come on!
I don't know.
Oh, we've got next week off.
Yeah.
Next week off.
Got next week off, dude.
Sir?
Sweet as not. We'll try and do a hangout next week as well, because I enjoyed that one we did. Once I got past all the personal misery shit, it turned into quite a cool time, so we've got to do one of those. Remember, if you come into Meat Space, and you should if you are capable, on the 2nd of November, there's only a few tickets left. Head over to Gear Press. I'm sure Alex will drop the link in here. It's been in a few times tonight. There's only a few tickets left now, and it's going to be a fucking cracking time. And if you come into Manchester on the Friday, we're all going to hang out for a few drinks. That'll be myself, Graham, possibly Richie Allen as well, so that'll be nice. And on the Saturday, everyone's going to be here, so that'll be really cool. So until I see you again, guys, have a great weekend. I hope nothing terrible happens to you, like a car crash or AIDS. And I'll speak to you next week. Bye-bye.